Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay, guys, so for starters, we had this original PC right here. This is in a Fantex P400S. I did add the mesh front on the front, and we now have a 2080 Super, the hybrid card from EVGA, and then we have the i7 8700 from Intel with the Kraken Z63 280 millimeter radiator. And then we also have the Corsair Vengeance RGB 32 gig kit that's running currently at 3600 speed. So we're going to take a lot of those components, plus my drives and Corsair fans and some of the lighting effects and stuff like that. And we're going to actually take a lot of that stuff and we're going to end up putting it right here inside this Lian 011 Dynamic. It's a bigger case. It doesn't have a PSU basement, so instead it actually is a wider case, and that PSU is actually going to go behind the motherboard tray. It's going to allow for a lot of really good cable management, things like that. We can hide a lot of things, and now we're going to have room so that way we can put this radiator, and then the hybrids radiator. We're actually going to put those on the top. Then we're going to deck it all out with a whole bunch of RGB. So as you can see here, we're actually going to be building with the XFit 570 Unify from MSI. This board is an overclocking beast, as I'm told, the Meg, so to speak. Full GPU, PCIe 4.0 Express. And it also has active cooling on the south bridge, so that's going to be really cool. There's also some right-angled connectors for some of our SATA, stuff like that, and plenty of headers, everything we would ever need to overclock a beast that we're going to be beasting with today. Then we also have some LL120 Corsair fans. Those are going to match up with some of my HD fans. I couldn't get HD fans anymore, so, or I could get them, but then they're on eBay and they're like super high prices for no reason. So we're gonna do that with these LLs instead, since we're gonna have some bottom and we're gonna have some on the side. I figure, and half of them are gonna be turned. You might not notice too much of a difference. It's gonna add more fans, and add a little bit of color, but you might not even notice they're mismatching. But we'll see what it looks like when we're done. Then we're going to use some thermal paste. We got this from Noctua. This is going to be some great thermal paste. It has metal flakes and all this other stuff inside of it. So it's going to hopefully really help with our cooling situation. And then we decided to upgrade the PSU as well, the power supply. So we're going to go with this NZXT C850. It's fully modular. It's black. It's going to fit in with everything. You're not even gonna see it. It can run silent or fanless whenever it's on low power draw, all that other kind of stuff. We used to have an RMX 750. I wanted to run the 850 because it also gives me the option for the two CPU 4-pin that I'm gonna need, because we're going to be beasting this out with an Ryzen 9 5950X, and somehow I was able to get my hands on one of these. So I actually got it for MSRP, amazingly. It took a lot of work, it took a lot of struggle. For some reason during shipping, it looks like the package handler had a little bit of fun with it. Luckily, the processor is actually on the side here, and that doesn't appear to be damaged. I have not yet opened it yet. I haven't opened any of these products. We're gonna pull out the 2080 Ti. The 2080 Super hybrid out of that case, with the RGB memory sticks out of that case, the CPU AIO, and a bunch of fans and all the drives. So there'll be a lot of that old computer in this one, but there's a lot of the bones are going to be very, very beefy, and a lot of the meat in that one is going to fit really nicely with a lot of the bones of this new one coming up. So stay tuned and get ready. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get a test boot out of this. We're gonna boot it without any cooler on. We're just gonna have it on for a little bit, and then we'll just see if we get a signal. If we get a signal, then we're good to go. So nervous. Alright, we got codes. We got more codes. Come on. It's getting hot. We got it. Perfect. Alright, before that gets too hot. Alright, cool. So we had a good test boot. Alright, the moment of truth. Power supply. Don't blow up. Something's clunking. So it's going through its numbers. Come on, boot. Ooh. Devices changed. CPU or memory or CMOS have been cleared. Please enter setup to configure setup. On setup. Oh my gosh. We have a start! Oh my gosh. Okay, so that clunk was, the AIO was actually inside this fan. So it was actually making a whole bunch. But yeah, we have a Ryzen 9 5950X 16 core processor. We have 32 gigs of memory. We're running at 28 degrees Celsius and we're 30 degrees Celsius on the CPU core right now. Yeah, everything's here. This is always super stressful. Just super hard to know whether or not things are gonna go right or not. And you're just looking for a hint at like, yes, this is going right. We just gotta let it do its thing. It's literally going one by one down its codes. Checking all the components. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Just fresh boot. Fresh boot. Okay, so that was a long build. I encountered a few problems. I couldn't use all the fans I wanted to use. I thought maybe both radiators would fit on top. They ended up not being able to fit both on top. So I went with the 3 newer fans in the out exhaust format. And then I have 2 intakes down here. One of the radiators I swapped out for one of the RGB fans just so there's some uniformity there. I couldn't fit another fan right here. And then I couldn't fit another fan right here. So I'm gonna keep these 2 because they're 2 280 millimeter fans. These are all 240s. So they're just a little bit smaller. So they wouldn't quite fit on the radiator itself. So there's the build. I'm very happy with it. You saw I've struggled, but oh, so satisfying. So satisfying. Oh, guess what? We have more. There's more. There's more peelies. Very staticky. And more peelies. There it is. A Ryzen 9 5950X with a 2080 Super.